Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone, to the honorable rectors of the university, to the respected lecturers, and the audience who I respect. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nadiyatul student ID number 632500976 from Accounting Major BINA SARANA INFORMATIKA Tegal campus. Today, I would like to deliver a speech about smoking in the campus area. Smoking is a dangerous habit, not only harmful to oneself, but also to the others and the surrounding environment. According to the 2023 Indonesian Health Survey conducted by the Ministry of Health, the number of active smokers in Indonesia has reached 70 million people, and 56.5% of them are aged between 15 to 19 years old, which includes students and university college. Therefore, it is not surprising that we often find students smoking around campus areas. In fact, several campus fire incidents have been caused by people carelessly throwing cigarettes. One example occurred in 2005 at the Bandung Institute of Technology, where a fire broke out due to a student throwing a still burning cigarette. A small cigarette can ignite dry materials, leading to a large fire that causes material loss and even takes life, all because of one cigarette. Moreover, smoking affects not only smokers but also people around them. It can cause serious health problems such as respiratory infections, lung diseases, and even a cancer. Therefore, let us stop being selfish. Let's stop smoking, especially in public areas like our campus. If you cannot do it for yourself, do it for others. We, the students of BINA SARANA INFORMATIKA University, are the future generation in our nation. We should protect ourselves, others, and our environment. And that's all from me. I apologize for any mistake in my speech. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, I would like to give a presentation about adverbs of frequency. What are adverbs of frequency? An adverb of frequency is an adverb that describes how often an activity or action is performed. And why is it important to learn adverbs of frequency? Because by mastering them, you'll find it easier to describe routines, habits, so you can improve your English communication skills more naturally and effectively. Example: never. Mark is never late for school. Always. Nana always studies at night. From the two examples above, we can see that words like always and never indicate how often an activity is carried out. Type adverbs of frequency. 1. Indefinite frequency or uncertain frequency. 2. Definite frequency or definite frequency. Types adverb of frequency: indefinite frequency or uncertain frequency. This type doesn't indicate a specific time, but rather provides a general idea of how often an activity or action occurs and is performed. Typically, words in this type are used to describe habits or routines without specifying a specific time. Example: always. She always wears pink shoes. Often. They often watch movies on the weekend. Usually. I usually drink tea in the morning. Sometimes. We sometimes eat out when we're too tired to cook. Seldom. We seldom watch TV on weekdays. Never. He never forget to call his mom on Sundays. Rarely. They rarely eat fast food. 2. Definite frequency. Adverbs of definite frequency are used to express how often an activity is performed at a such as every day, once a week, or 3 times a year. These words provide more measurable and concrete information, allowing listeners or readers to understand exactly how often an activity or action is performed. Example: every Saturday. We meet every Saturday at the library. Every month. They visit their grandparents every month. Times a week. I go to the gym 3 times a week. Position of adverbs of frequency. Position of adverbs of frequency in sentence. One important part of using adverbs of frequency is knowing their position in a sentence. This is crucial to ensure your sentences so natural and grammatically correct. Position of adverbs of frequency. 1. After the subject, before the main verb. Example: I always eat breakfast. They often play badminton. 2. After the verb to be. Example: she is usually tired after work. We are never late to school. After auxiliary verbs. Can, will, have, to, etc. Example: he can always count on his team. They have never visited Japan. Mistake in using adverb of frequency. Placement of adverb of frequency. Wrong. She goes always to school early. Correct. She always goes to school early. Adverbs of frequency are usually placed after the subject and immediately before the main verb in a sentence. This pattern helps convey how often an action is performed clearly and precisely. 2. Double negative. Wrong. They never don't listen. Correct. They never listen. Don't use 2 negative words in one sentence. Never already clearly conveys a negative meaning, so there's no need to add don't. And here are tips for learning adverbs of frequency. Tips 1. Make a list of your daily activities. First, try reading a list of your daily activities such as waking up, eating breakfast, going to school, studying, watching movies, and so on. Then, translate the list into English sentences using adverbs of frequency. Example: I usually wake up at 6 a.m. I always brush my teeth after breakfast. This way, you can learn from personal experience and make it feel more relevant. Tips 2. Practice making positive, negative, and question sentences so that you become more accustomed to using adverbs of frequency. Try making variations of sentences in positive, negative, and question forms. Example: positive. She often reads books before bed. Negative. She doesn't often read books before bed. Question: does she often read books before bed? This exercise will help you understand the sentence structure of adverbs of frequency in various forms. Tip 3. Use it in daily conversation with friends. Learning will be more fun and effective if you practice it directly. Try including adverbs of frequency when speaking English with your friends. For example, when discussing routines, habits, or hobbies. Example: do you always have lunch at school? I sometimes go jogging in the evening. With regular practice, you will be more confident and accustomed to using adverbs of frequency in everyday conversation. Conclusion: an adverb of frequency is an adverb that indicates how often an activity or action is performed. There are 2 types: indefinite and definite. Words like always, usually, often, and never as adverbs of frequency are useful for conveying daily routines or activities. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.